The $38,000 hidden nightmare of Deel alternatives. What if the best Deel alternative you chose is quietly bleeding your company dry? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the real horror story behind international hiring, the hidden costs, the silent failures, and the exact 4 questions that will save your company from a $38,000 to $50,000 nightmare. And possibly much worse. Months ago, it felt perfect. 22 employees, 2 countries, self-serve dashboard. Everything was fast, clean, and cheap. You celebrated the first German hire like it was a win. Then the team grew, 50 employees, then 80, then 4 countries. And suddenly, the dashboard that once felt like freedom started feeling like a trap. It started with 1 employee in Germany, a standard performance issue. Nothing dramatic. You followed every step. But when it came time to terminate, the provider went silent. No named specialist, just a ticket system and an endless loop of, "We'll escalate this to our legal team." 2 weeks later, you're sitting in a board meeting explaining why you now have a German Works Council dispute, potential unfair dismissal claims, and legal fees already at 18,000 euros. All because nobody on the other end of the phone actually knew German employment law. That's when you realized the provider that worked perfectly at 20 employees had no idea what to do at 80. Then the real numbers started appearing. You ran last quarter's invoice through the 4 cost layers. A 2% hidden FX markup on a $190,000 average salary across just 10 international employees equals $38,000 a year. Money that never showed up on any marketing page. Statutory employer costs in France at 45%, in Germany 20.7%. Some of it folded into the provider fee so you can't even see where the margin is. Benefits packages carrying extra administrative markup, setup fees, exit fees, and minimum terms buried in the contract you never fully read. You were paying $47,000 more than you thought every single year, and you had no idea until the pain forced you to look. The 4 questions that actually matter. Question 1, what kind of company are you? Question 2, how big are you and where on the curve? Question 3, where are you going next? Question 4, what's your industry's risk tolerance? The EOR market has consolidated around a handful of credible names. Each has a clear shape. Here's how they actually break down. Remote, engineer built, API first, great for tech teams that want everything to flow into their HRIS. But when a complex termination or compliance issue hits, their named specialist support often disappears. Rippling, perfect if you're already on Rippling, native integration and clean payroll. But if you're not, switching platforms just for EOR rarely makes sense, and their standalone EOR is still maturing outside the US. Built for design-led people teams, Oyster. Beautiful UX and strong employee experience. Great for small teams, 1 to 5 people per country, where the new hire's journey matters most. Just be careful with FX policy and long-term support depth. Built for enterprise legal and compliance. Globalization partners, GP, heavy on indemnification, audit trails, and legal weight. The go-to when general counsel runs the process. Slower onboarding and usually more expensive. Velocity Global, strong in difficult jurisdictions and offers global payroll plus entity services. Excellent when you need a real named contact for escalations. Built for cost-sensitive smaller teams. Multiplier, lower pricing and broad coverage. Good for very small teams where everything is straightforward. Weaker when regulatory or termination issues appear. Lano or plain. Even cheaper options, but lighter on support for anything complex. Built for global payroll-led buyers. Papaya Global. Excellent at consolidating payroll and analytics for finance teams, but weaker when the real problem is complex employment law or contested terminations. And then there's Teamed, built specifically for the abandoned middle. Companies between 50 and 5,000 employees with real complexity across 2 to 15 countries. Same headline fee as Deel, $599 per month, but with full transparency, mid-market FX rate, applied rate, and the exact teamed fee shown on a separate line of every invoice. Named jurisdiction specialists with real credentials assigned within 48 hours. And the structural difference: Team tracks your headcount by country and proactively helps you move to owned entities at the right time, with contracts, benefits, and history carrying over seamlessly. The right partner earns more when you succeed, not when you stay stuck on EOR forever. That's the difference. When you choose a provider built for the middle, one that shows transparent FX on every invoice, assigns named specialists within 48 hours, and actively tracks your headcount by country, something powerful happens. They call you when you're approaching the crossover point. You graduate cleanly, your team stays protected, and your provider celebrates the move with you instead of quietly resisting it. Drop a comment right now. What do you love or hate about your current EOR provider? Be honest, the comments help everyone. If this video saved you from a nightmare, hit subscribe.